So in the last class, we look at how to set up our page and paper settings on the layout view. This video is just going to learn how to produce a simple map. So how you can produce a map after you're done with everything you are meant to do. Like now we've been able to produce a suitability map. So we want to produce it to have it on a set. So follow me carefully so that I go. So first and foremost, you see this fixed zoom in. That's what we're using to get our scale until you have, and then we'll be using pan. All right, so that we also, the pan is what will help us to adjust it to where we want it to be. So you have all of this space to drag and drop it to anywhere you want. So I want to have a map whereby this site will be where I will use for all the write-up legends and all that. You could also, depending if it is on portrait, you could put your write-up down depending on how and what you want to have as output. So I'm going to click this one more time. Oh, it's going to be too much. So let me leave it at that scale of 400,000. Yeah. But most of the times, these are not surveying scales, sorry. So it depends on what you want to achieve at the end of the day. So this will help you to adjust without altering the scale. That's the pan tool that I just click on. You see that it's on. So this will help you to adjust. But you see this one, it will alter the scale, but it's going to help you to adjust to the scale you want to. Okay. So anytime you're done, if you're using this pan and you're done, you have to come back and click select future. All right. So next we're going to go to insert. That's where most of what we're going to be taking is. We have the title. Now, when you just click on the title, you don't just write anything of your choice. So that if you double click now, you will see that, see what is showing. So that means if you just finish typing what you want to do, at the end of the day, you may likely not have, when you come to edit, you will not see anything. You just be seeing this code and all that. These are actually code. So now I'm not going to type the title. I'll use cap suitability map of Mina Metropolis. So you click on change symbol, make it bold, make it bigger, depending on what you see at the end of the day. Then you click on OK, click on apply to see. So I think this is okay for me, but if not okay for you, you make adjustment and then you click and then you left click and you can drag it to anywhere. All right. Now we go back to insert and then we have our legend. So this legend, you see that plenty things because they are actually correct number of all the factors and that we use in producing the suitability map are here. So you just click on this so that all of them goes. Then you bring the one you want. So this will now be the only thing that will be on our legend. Now, how many columns do you want the legend to be? I just want it to be on one column since basically there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, these are the things that are appearing on the legend. Okay, sorry. So I'm taking this one back. This is the legend I want. So they are only unsuitable, less suitable, moderately suitable, and highly suitable. So they are just 4 items. So I'm going to click on next, and you could make this a balance, make it like this, anyone, but then you go to next. You want it to have a border or not. If you don't want, leave it. Then you go to next, and then you finish. So you have your legend. Now it is not good to have your legend inside your map area. So you put your legend outside your map area cartographically. Okay, so the next is to go back to insert and we bring our scale bar. Now you'll see that up here has miles and down here has metric. So you can choose any of the scale within the metrics, or you can even still choose the miles and then go to properties and you change it from miles to kilometer and you're okay. So it becomes miles when you bring it in. So I'm going to drop this here because I don't have enough space here. I don't really like keeping anything of this inside the wall, but this can be here. There's no consequence to that. Now we go back to inside and then we bring our scale text. Now this very scale text here will represent this map scale we have here. So when you double click on it, it comes out as scale 1:400,000. So we right click and go to properties, and then let's increase the size to like 12 and then make it bold, and we click on OK. So it's readable. So next we go back and then we pick text. So we write scale. I have challenge with my L, so I have to bring in my own screen keyboard. So I don't this thing popping up on my screen all the time. So L, scale, and you hold shift and then you bring your semicolon. Okay, so I'll click on OK, but we need it to be bold just like the text itself. So let's minimize this. So click on change symbols and we'll make it 14 like that one. Click on bold and then click OK. Click on this. So depends on how you see it. Oh, sorry. So let's go to property and make it 14 as well. Now at the end of the day, if you don't like, you can still adjust it. You've seen how I do it, so you keep adjusting it to your test. So now once you're done adjusting it to where it fits you, hold your shift and you select the other one. You select the two, so you right click and you group it. So it is grouped. You can drag the two the same time. Okay, so we have our scale out. Next is that we're going to bring in our scale text, which is the representative fraction. So once you click on this, you click on OK. So you're going to see that it comes out as 1 centimeter is equals to 4,000 meters. But cartographically, this expression is not okay. So to edit this, you right click and you go to properties, then you go to scale text. Yes, so if we use kilometer right now, it's going to be 4 kilometers. So let's use kilometer and see. So we change this to kilometer. So you see that we have 4 kilometers, right? So it depends on how you want it. So that then what we want to correct is this equals to. It is not supposed to be equals to. So you edit it, remove the equals to and write 2. So I'll bring my own keyboard, my own screen keyboard again. 2. Then you space represent. You can either spell rep or you spell represent. So I like spelling it full, represent. So you look at it up here, you see 1 centimeter to represent 4 kilometers. So you click on OK. You see that 1 kilometer to represent 4 kilometers. 1 centimeter to represent 4 kilometers on the ground. So this statement is cartographically correct. So when that is done, you move out from it, and then what next do we have to do? We click on insert again and our not arrow. So you have varieties of not arrow to choose. I don't know if there is any consequence to any not arrow you choose. So anyone that is catching your eye, you pick it up, double click on it, and it comes out. So you drag it and drop. You can put your not arrow down or you can put it up. Depends on your preference. So if you have any, as a survey map, you see they always write to say this to certify whatever, but whatever it is that you want, you can pick a text, type it. If it's an assignment, you have to write your name on the map. So you pick a text box and type in your name. So you fill in this place with the information you want. Now, if you want to bring other text, you have dynamic text under the inside, and then we have text like coordinate system for the person to know that your work has also coordinate system. You just bring it out. So I'm just going to reduce the size of the coordinate since it is showing very loud. So I just want to reduce it so that it can be here. So we have our coordinate system here. It is WGS 1984 zone 32 traverse Mercator. So just to have it fit to a space, that's why I reduced it. So, and then there are other dynamic text you can get from the inside, and then we have the reference scale, which we already bring. We have data frame name, that one just to bring out this GG and all that. So we have the data driven page name and all that, so you could just explore this on your own. Then we have the authors, whatever, so you could bring the author and then type maybe who did make the map. So just right click and go to properties. Now you see what I was saying. You see that the whole thing is scattered. So to type author now, don't turn wahala. So let's just space and type the author, leaving the code the way it is. I don't know whether we need, if we remove this, the author will disappear. I've never tried that. Okay, it's still there. So I'm now going to say the author is Elite Geospatial. So our name is spelled in capital letter. So I'm going to do that here. Elite Geo Spatial is actually Elite Geospatial Information Services. So let me click on apply so that we see. So it's too long, so we just make it into a 2 line and we apply. But then we have to reduce the size of it so that it won't be occupying too much of space. So okay, we apply. Alright, so the author is showing that the author is this. So I'm just going to bring it down here. So all that is required now is just for us to make adjustments and all that. So the last thing we're going to do is to put our grid line. So right click on this data frame here and you go to properties, and then you have grid. So you see all of you have grid, so you click on new grid, measured. Since it's in a projected coordinate system, you use measured, so you click on OK. Now you just select labels only, and then you click on next, next, and finish. So you click on apply to look at what you have. If the font here, that the font of this is not visible enough for you, go to properties and you increase this to 12, and the color is showing bold, so you click on OK and click on apply. But it's too big, so go to properties and we reduce it to 10. Click on OK, click on apply. I think this is okay. So next is for us to just adjust it so that we have, maybe let's reduce this. If I reduce this now, it went down. So let's do it like this. Okay, so now we're just going to grab these draw tools and have a line drawn. So it's go to properties of it, and then we remove this fill, and then we click on OK, and we do same with all the rest. So we grab this draw tool and we draw one around here. We go to properties, right click and go to properties, and then remove the fill color to no color. So let's zoom so that we make adjustment. You drag this and make sure it fits in with this. Alright, so this scale now we move it so that it does not conflict with this. Okay, and we drag one and then we make it on this map, and we right click, go to properties, then we do this and we click on OK. So I think that's all, and you can put a final blow, which we call it a neatline. They are customized own, but I prefer to use my own. So I draw my own myself. So I'll right click, go to properties. This I'll click, and then I'll make this black and make it, I'll make it black and make this 2. So once that, I will now make adjustment to it to see that it fits. Okay. So now what this line does is that when you save this map, you will see this line, you won't see these ones. You only see this very line that we just drawn now. So that becomes like a neat line that guided your map. So thank you for watching, and thank you for paying attention to all that I've said on this. So I'll see you in the next video where we're going to edit the legend.